out there, somewhere in the land. #1 trending guy. I mean, this is a popular series. The glitter bomb prank is a popular series. So let's go ahead and peep it.
Feel like Pharrell in 07 on my shoes, ice cream, make stars, stop them out, it's a man down. What? Baby Milo custom PC getting fanned out. Not from the block, I'm from the H and we don't play around. Catch him at a red light with a knife gun, we gon' spray him down.
Ooh wee.
This guy was stealing my package from a car, and
oh my god, it ass crack all out and everything.
This guy took my package off a porch. But what they don't realize is this is the final GlitterBomb. GlitterBomb 5.0.
Okay.
And for the final year when you lift the lid, the glitter is delivered by drones.
Oh shit.
5 years ago, when these two stole a $6 package from my porch, little did they know that singular act on an otherwise unremarkable lovely spring morning would set in
old ass people too, just stealing shit. Shit is weird.
motion a series of events
Get
that
your
would
money
unleash
up, bro.
buckets of glitter in the homes of would-be porch
There's
pirates
like no excuse for
nationwide,
this.
and eventually lead to the takedown of a $60 million international crime ring. So today, not only will I show you what happens when you combine autonomous drones and glitter, and then what happens when you get into a chess match with a bunch of car thieves, but I'll end the whole series with an update on what happened to those massive scam call centers we infiltrated and exposed in India. Now, if you're new here, the 10-second recap is that after that package was stolen from my house, the police wouldn't do anything about it, even when presented with the evidence. So at that point, I knew that to avenge the theft, I was gonna have to use my engineering skills to go full Home Alone.
Police being useless
and
as always.
seeing how this is the final GlitterBomb video, I think it's worth a brief recap of how the box design has naturally evolved over the years. Out of the gate in year one, it was a simple concept where when you took the lid off the bait package, this cup would spin, unleashing a pound of the world's finest glitter. And then hidden inside to record all the action, we had 4 phones, plus a canister of fart spray in an effort to encourage the thief to get rid of the box.
See me, I'm setting niggas on fire.
So we could go and retrieve it. And that went pretty well, so we spent the entire next year working on version 2.0, where we doubled the amount of fart spray and drastically improved the formula, which ended up nearly killing Macaulay Culkin.
Oh, I still smell it. God.
We also switched to biodegradable glitter and added a meaningless countdown.
4.
And some fake
Oh,
police
I was like, who the fuck was that?
The package may be in motion as well.
Just to make things more exciting.
They need to
Then
keep
for
that.
year
That should be
three,
funny
we
seeing them
doubled
freak
the
out.
fart spray canisters once again to a total of 4, and added a handle the thief would be tempted to grab, which we covered in that super stinky mousetrap goop. And for the previous 2 years, the package thieves would often shove the lid back on right away, which covered up the cameras.
Yeah.
So we added these posts near the top of the box that would passively pop out, which made it impossible to put the lid back on once you'd removed it.
14,
Smart.
13.
We also added flashing police lights and made a doormat that had these conductive charging contacts so we could keep the whole box fully charged until the moment it was stolen.
Oh, that's
Then for
smart.
GlitterBomb 4.0,
Okay.
as soon as you touch the lid, it would get shot straight up into the air, compliments of these 2 boxing gloves attached to pneumatic pistons. We also added an actual car horn to make things more exciting and redesigned the cup so that by using the centrifugal force generated from spinning, you could passively get 3 chances to shoot some glitter instead of losing it all in one single shot.
Okay,
Then for the
okay.
porch, we built a fake planter box that would slide over and hide the package at night, so the homeowners wouldn't have to worry about bringing it in, and we were guaranteed to get it stolen in the day when the light was better. And all of that brings us to year 5, GlitterBomb 5.0. I knew this was going to be the last year, so I decided to go for broke and attempt the biggest redesign to date. And this is a terrible idea, by the way. In engineering, if something is working well enough, conventional wisdom states you should basically change nothing, but pretend like you changed a lot. So for starters, last year we had 4 vials of fart spray for a total of 20 milliliters, and for this year, because we're not messing around, we have a 1-liter tank. And for those of you keeping track at home, that's 50 times more fart spray. To pull this off, instead of using
I was just trying to show y'all, bro.
Like before, now we have a peristaltic pump that continually forces the fart spray through 2 nozzles and basically never lets up. And because I can't exactly explain how much worse something smells over video, this is a sensor that measures the number of particulates in the air. And the more particulates, the more intense the smell.
Good.
If we place last year's GlitterBomb in the chamber, it measures 250 particulates of nastiness per liter, whereas this year's tops out at 750.
Hell
which
yeah.
means it's not only gonna last a lot longer, but it's gonna be
I'm
3
flexing, I'd been like,
to house that massive reservoir of fart spray, we had to expand the footprint for the box, which means we had room underneath it to house the brains of the system on an upgraded custom printed circuit board that communicates directly with all 4 phones. And quick shout out to my friends at T-Mobile, because last year we found they had the best coverage when replacing the boxes, so this year they hooked us up and let us put them all on there.
Shout out
Then for
T-Mobile.
the glitter delivery mechanism,
I'm with T-Mobile, by the way.
was to hack some of these mini drones and rewrite their code to make them autonomous, where they could fly them.
Also, this is also shout out to T-Mobile, because T-Mobile, if you got T-Mobile, you get free internet. You get free internet on a plane, bro. That's just so clutch.
Themselves without needing to be in communication with the computer. So the idea for this year is the thief would bring the bait package back to their house, then remove the lid, which would lower these 2 doors, allowing the drones to wake up and take off.
Oh, that's
and so
fire.
Instead of a single concentrated area of glitter from a spinning cup like before, the drones would just meander all around the house, leaving millions of tiny shimmering reminders not to take stuff that isn't yours. And as part of our code rewrite, if the proximity sensors register someone approaching, they'll just casually fly themselves to a different part of the room. And all of that perfectly sets up the checkmate, because while they're fully distracted dealing with the drones, the box starts to drastically change the room's air quality at a rate of 1 liter per minute. This design was ambitious and arguably had a much higher risk of failure in the field, but then we took it one step further by designing a sister
That's gonna suck if they open it in a car.
box that could be used for a car break-in. Since I live near San Francisco, which is the smash and grab capital of the world,
Oh, I'm fucking not moving there. Somebody said, yo, some bro should move to motherfucking what you call it? The Bay Area or some shit. Ain't the Bay Area in near San Francisco or some shit? Or is San Francisco? Fuck no.
Years ago, we went right into the lion's den, which placed the box in a somewhat alarming predicament.
Yeah, y'all got me messed up. Some bro should move to the Bay Area. Highest place where smash and grabs happen. What?
Into the lion's den, which placed the box in a somewhat alarming predicament. And while tempting, it seemed irresponsible to have a couple drones flying around inside a moving vehicle, so this box can be triggered remotely via text message and can activate the fart spray without needing to be opened. And then right before the nozzles kick in, this 360 cam pops up to cover all the action. And if at any point the camera senses it's being tampered with, just like one of those fancy hood ornaments, it will retract itself back inside the box.
Okay.
So after about 10 months of designing, building, and testing,
God
we set
damn.
them out on a bunch of porches and in a bunch of cars, and we waited.
Here we go.
And we didn't have to wait long.
Here we go. Damn! These niggas is ruthless. Despicable.
Brand new in the box, bro. Huh. Check it out. This is mine now, homie. This is nice, homie.
I forgot exactly what happened, but they pulled out a gun?
Yeah, that's it. I pulled out.
Yes, sir. Stank ass house. Goof ass boy.
15, 14.
That's the best part.
13, 3.
They always
2,
freak out, bro.
1. Activation complete. Recovery sequence initiated.
He gonna throw. I thought he's.
And I really appreciate the hustle from these guys, especially because when all is said and done, they just decide to make this their neighbor's problem.
That's fucked up.
When we retrieved this next box, as you can see, it was completely destroyed and the phones were gone. But thanks to those blazing T-Mobile network speeds, we were able to recover the following footage from the cloud.
But our neighbor here, put it down a little. Our neighbor here, the other camera. Actually, I'd love to give it to you for Christmas. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No way.
Wait, what? Oh my God.
But thanks to those blazing T-Mobile network speeds,
Is she giving it to her son?
we were able to recover the following footage from the cloud.
But our neighbor here, put it down a little. Our neighbor here, the other camera. Actually, I'd love to give it to you for Christmas. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No way.
What? The new one, huh?
Yeah, it's the new
Okay,
version.
can we just leave it in the car for now?
Yeah, we'll leave it in the car for
Because
now.
we're not trying to
Bring attention to it.
say that I did anything wrong.
So they eventually took this home and were apparently pretty upfront with their kids about where they got it from.
They stole it.
It's a VR.
See, that's the the problem, bro. Like that's why. Oh my God, bad parent. L parenting.
It has the handles and everything. So they go for like $1 buck? Cheaper. They can get another one. Yeah, you can make money or you can give it back. I kind of want to open it. You want to open it? Let's open it.
Terrible.
Oh my god, it's Mom! Mom, I think it is a bomb. Mom!
And in addition to porches, just like in years past,
Bro.
we placed some boxes by group mailboxes.
What a
so that
shitty-
way
what
we
a
could track
terrible
the number
family.
of
That
Good
family's
Samaritans that will call
trash.
the number on the box from year to year.
It's for me and for you.
Oh no, not the baby, not the baby. Hey, bruh, the baby gonna have to take this L too, bro. Stink the baby, do it. It's a little ass girl. She way too big to be in that goddamn cart. Get her walking, bruh. Bruh, move.
14, 13, 12.
Scam, I knew it. It's a f***ing scam. F*** you, YouTubers. Scam
15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Activation complete. Recovery sequence initiated.
Switching gears for a minute, for the past 2
Oh
years,
my
I've experimented
God.
with placing a glitter bomb in a parked car
They
up in San
always
Francisco
freak out,
because
bro.
it's considered the car breaking
In middle of traffic? Oh, you got me fucked up. In the middle of traffic.
capital of the world. And things are so bad now, it's not even just the parked cars that are getting targeted. They average 73 car break-ins per day, and at this point, people have resorted to just leaving their doors wide open, hoping the thieves can verify for themselves there's no valuables inside, so they won't smash the glass just to check. And for the past 2 years, while we did get the glitter
That
bomb
is
stolen,
terrible.
all we could really do was just play an alarm sound so they throw them out, because they never actually opened them in the car. And after doing some research, it turns out there's a reason for that. It's actually a fairly organized system called a fencing operation, where the cars will go out in groups, and then immediately afterwards, they'll bring it to a middleman who will pay cash in exchange for the most valuable things they steal, like laptops. But the gut punch is that important documents like a passport or pictures or plane tickets don't really hold value for the thieves, so they just get thrown in the trash. And now that we knew they didn't plan
That's
on
so fucking. Oh my god, I hate people. I hate people, bro. I really hate people, man.
opening the box in the car, we designed the nozzles to poke through the lid so that
You know how long it takes to get a fucking passport? Just for someone to steal it and then throw it in the trash?
even if they just threw it in the back seat, once the proximity sensor on the bottom registered it was stolen and the box texted us, we could track them using the embedded GPS, and a simple text message back would raise the camera and activate the fart spray for 2 minutes straight. So we headed up to the city and placed our modified car box nice and visible in the car and commenced our stakeout. And you can see this first black car rolls up and this guy gets out and spots it but doesn't take it. And then a little while later, this beige car rolls up and he sees it too, and the same thing happens. Then not too long after that, this white car rolls up, and once again, they clearly see the box, but they just leave it sitting right there without even breaking a window. And after observing all this, our best guess was that it was the size of the box that was spooking them, so we removed the heart and all the other critical components from the large box and placed them into a smaller box. And while it occupied a smaller footprint, it maintained all the same functionality of the bigger box.
Okay, so the key to living there is to just put everything in a bigger box. You get a new cell phone, put the cell phone in a big ass box, or just keep a big ass box in the car, just so that when you buy something, you can just put it in a big ass box. That's crazy that you gotta live like that. Like, that's how you gotta live, just to park your car somewhere. Like, you can't even buy gifts anymore.
While still looking like an enticing item to steal. So the next day, we put it back out on the street, but this time someone came by and
Yo, he did that like it was nothing.
put it back out on the street, but this time someone came by and actually smashed the window. Only we didn't see them leave with the box. And our working assumption was that he just wasn't able to open the door to take it, but when we checked the footage, it told a different story. Not only did he once again intentionally not steal a smaller box, but the real reason for breaking the small window was to pull the back seat down and check the trunk. Which means if you take nothing else away from this video, you should know putting your luggage in the trunk is not a solution to keep it from getting stolen. The reason they break these little windows so often, but it seems like nothing is missing, is because they're pulling down the seat to quickly check what's hidden from view in the trunk. And at this point, it was pretty disappointing, but we realized they'd adapted.
Yo! That's how much they do this shit. That they have a whole system of doing it. They're not just doing it like ignorantly. They know exactly what they're doing and what they're looking for. Yo, I would never move there. Never. I would never move there. No, for no reason, ever.
We must have gotten out from stealing our glitter bombs in previous years that a juicy looking box like this sitting out in plain sight is nothing but
I wouldn't even vacation there. Fuck that. Yo, you want to see the bridge? No, fuck no. I've seen it in enough movies. I'm good.
trouble. And as an engineer, I never claim to have all the answers, but I know the process to get all the answers. And that's trying and failing and tweaking over and over again. So while we did have a couple
That's
useless
fucking
car
crazy.
boxes and a busted window, we also knew their MO, which meant we now had a plan. And that plan was to shrink the box down even further to fit it in the backpack. That did mean we had to make some compromises, like losing the camera and reducing the fart spray reservoir.
Bro, they literally did more work to just get people to steal something. They are literally doing more work to get people to steal shit.
We're down to this improvised pouch, but to make sure that it was still adequate, we sprayed it on this chair, and not only did it still last for 2 minutes, but we left that chair outside to air out and confirmed a few days later, it was still in real bad shape.
Good.
So with renewed hopes, we once again hit the streets, this time with 2 backpacks in 2 separate cars, parked in 2 different spots, and as fate would have it, they both got hit within about 5 minutes of each other.
What the fuck is this window made out of? What? That looks like shit you do with like when snow freezes over and you roll down the window and it's like that fake little glass thing, frozen water. What the fuck was that? These niggas are superhuman.
Once again, you can see their check in the trunk.
These niggas are fast, bro. Somebody sleeping in the background? What the fuck?
And there's 2 interesting things to point out here. Number 1, if you look at the jacket on this guy and compare it to the jacket from the previous break-in, you can see it's the same guy, suggesting they probably work the same routes, which means they probably recognize regularly parked cars versus a new visiting car. So I felt especially honored that a trained professional like this fell for our backpack, even if it was possibly in a desperate attempt just to find a belt. And number 2, you can see just how quickly it all happens, even breaking the glass. The thing with tempered glass is it's really hard to break, until it isn't. And while this guy looks like Iron Man here, just casually pushing
that's what I was saying. Explain, Mark.
his hand through, what you don't see on his palm embedded in the glove is a sharp ceramic chunk or a spike of hardened steel, sort of like this. And as you can see here, if you have the right tool to concentrate the force on a really small point, it safely crumbles to nothing almost instantly. But
Thanks for teaching us that. Thanks for teaching all of us that.
more importantly than all that, now we had both boxes registering they'd been stolen while we tracked them both on their embedded GPS, watching as they made their way around, stopping periodically to hit more cars.
Go around. You see this car right now? I'm not seeing that east side. Bro. I thought that was gonna be the one, no cat. They had 2 big
No cap.
And after they each drove around for about 10 minutes, we sent a command to commence Operation Air Freshener. And unfortunately, because we had to condense everything down so small sort of last minute, the mic was in the same small box as the pump, so we don't know exactly what was said, but what we do know is that about 90 seconds after the pump started, they tossed the whole bag from the car. And the best part about this is that outside the backpack, the pump and spray are actually really quiet. So the only possible way they could have located the source is if they sniffed their way to the answer. And as our test showed, they'll continue sniffing it for weeks. And in the second car, it was a nearly identical outcome.
I'm not doing it. God put that for me.
Only in this case, because the pump ran a little quieter at one point, we got to hear them close in on the source.
Hold on, what is that?
And about 20 seconds later, their backpack met the exact same fate as the first. All right, so to wrap up, I'll
Damn,
just
that
say
kinda
that year
sucks.
over year, we've seen a decreasing number of package steals and a steadily increasing number of Good Samaritans. And maybe people are becoming more considerate, or perhaps everyone just knows what a glitter bomb looks like now, but I love the idea that at some point, someone's package wasn't stolen because a would-be porch pirate remembered these videos and had second thoughts. One thing that's not conjecture, however, is after so many of you actively shared our video where we infiltrated and glitter bombed those 3 terrible scam call centers in India, it got the attention of some international law enforcement agencies and from the press, and because of your efforts, those 3 centers that had each been in operation for more than a decade, doing upwards of $20 million a year, scamming the most vulnerable amongst us of their life savings, all got shut down with their top officials arrested. So thanks to all of you for watching and caring, and of course thanks to these 2, because without them, none of this would have ever happened.
Damn.
Being an engineer is the best because you can make...
I ain't gonna lie, that's fucking crazy, bro. You gotta be careful. That nigga gonna be on a motherfucking list. They gonna be on that boy's head, but it should not be that deep. It should not be that deep if you out here stealing packages, but if you out here scamming for like millions, like goddamn, I can see why. Niggas get mad, man. But it's like, why you out here scamming, bro? Get a fucking job, man. Get a goddamn job. Oh, is this what y'all were talking about? Hold on.